So I just got through watching the 1978 classic, Halloween. In anticipation for this new one, I'm gonna watch each one in this franchise every day leading up to when the new one comes out. So, we're doing that. I'm wearing this Haddonfield High Track Team shirt. I was wearing a Michael Myers shirt. Now I have one. And I'm such a big fan of this franchise. I'm gonna turn it. There it is. Good theme song. I'm gonna mute it. I'm such a big fan of this franchise that I brought this. This is the 15 disc collection. With every single movie, including 3 and the theatrical version of Part 6 and those Rob Zombie movies. It was worth it. It cost a lot of money too. It is the second most expensive thing in my film collection. Right under this. This is actually pretty heavy. There it goes. Cause I like that stuff. I also have this. Hold on. The 25 Years Terror DVD, which is one of the few things not a part of this box set here. Still, it's an impressive box set. So, I mean, what can I say about this movie that hasn't already been said, you know? From the good side or the bad side. I mean, this movie I've seen so many times. Like so many times. Every Halloween, I end up watching at least this movie, or this movie and another one from this franchise, usually H2O or 2 or something. Or Part 6, if it's Part 6 and not the Curse of Michael Myers, whatever. But yeah, like, I've seen this movie so many times, I know it inside and out. All the crazy stuff, all the interesting stuff. I remember when I first saw it in 97, 98, I want to say, and that ending, it stayed with me since, man. I know a lot of fans can say that, but for me to say it, my memory's not what it once was, but I remember that. You know, that ending is perfect, you know, almost no dialogue. And it's one of the scariest images in movies, you know. One thing you notice about this movie, the more you watch it, is Michael's in it more than we think. Like, this is such a big, highly regarded movie because Michael's not really in it. And they go by less is more, which is a good thing. But he's in it more than you think. He's got nowhere to look. You know, he just kind of standing there, semi-hidden. And he's pretty effective in this. So you already know who's in it. Jamie Lee Curtis, Nick Castle. You know, oh crap, hold on. I even have this. See that? This signed picture of PJ Souls, who's in this movie. I never met her, but this was sent to me through the Horror Block, which I guess is no longer a thing. I'm glad they sent me this stuff. That's pretty cool. guess who forgot who PJ Souls is? She's a girl who's topless. She's like what you see? That's her. And she's in Carrie and a bunch of other stuff. But yeah. So, I mean, yeah. And John Carpenter has a cameo. Tommy Lee Wallace has a cameo. As Michael. They both do. Speaking of cameos as Michael, my favorite cameo as Michael is Deborah Hill, of all people. Woman who worked in this movie from behind the scenes for the first few years. This franchise, should I say, first few years. She plays Michael in one scene, the scene where Laurie Strode's looking out the window and Michael's looking back at her. That's Deborah Hill. That's pretty cool. This makes Michael and Jason the only two slashers of the big three, Michael, Jason, Freddy, to be played by a woman. Because Jason was played by a woman in the beginning, in part 2, when he's walking to Alice's house. That's a woman. So yeah. And you know the story. Babysitter is stalked by a serial killer, and you don't know why, which is why this one is so particularly effective. Their brother and sister and all that. And they're about to undo it now, but for 40 years, this is what we thought. So, I really like how this movie is kind of silent, you know. There's not too much noise, not too much. Oh, there not too many extras in this movie. You know, there's scenes of who we're supposed to see, and then Michael. And that's why movies like this, I really love these kind of movies, because they don't rely on oodles and oodles of blood or, sound effects. I mean, not that they could have. This was a low-budget movie, and most of that budget went to Donald Pleasence. Almost went to Christopher Lee. So, yeah. And that's part of the charm of this movie. It's very low budget. Made it look that much more, I hate saying this, realistic. That term's thrown around way too much for movies and video games, but yeah, realistic. Especially 1978. This movie takes place in Haddonfield, Illinois. There is no Haddonfield, Illinois. I think there's a Haddonfield, New Jersey. But Illinois is a real place. I've been there. It's very cold. But yeah, 1978 Illinois, they kind of had their own boogeyman, John Wayne Gacy. So I imagine they were really scared when they saw this. Which reminds me of the ending. I meant to comment on how after Michael was shot and whatever, he just gets out of the house, of the interior of the house, nobody's in him. Finally, it closes on the exterior of the house, and Michael starts breathing. Like, the boogeyman could be anywhere. And Michael was boogeyman before Jason, so. The OG boogeyman before Jason, before the WWE boogeyman. For those 80s movies, for the Sam Raimi movies, Michael's the boogeyman. And looks like he's gonna be the boogeyman again in a couple weeks. I mean, usually I say a bit more, but I mean, I'm sure you know everything there's to know about this movie like I do. So, I mean, John Carpenter has another cameo as a voice, and if you look closely when Laurie's walking down the sidewalk, you see a puff of smoke. That's John Carpenter out in a bush of smoking. And you just see a random crew member in one scene, a pine tree in another. It's all a part of this movie's charm. This is still one of the scariest movies ever made. It's like the first Night of the Living Dead. It's different from all the rest. It really builds atmosphere, and I love that. That's way more effective than blood and jump scares. There are jump scares in here. I counted 2, just 2, and they don't use that sound effect. They're not even built up the same way, so they're really effective. And I realized watching this, Loomis is not really in this that much. Like Loomis, he's the second most well-known character, probably third most well-known character, aside from Michael and Laurie. And he's been in more films than Laurie, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. For the moment, more films than Laurie, but not Jamie Lee Curtis. It's a thing. But yeah. And there are times where Loomis is scarier than Michael, but not in this movie. He just kind of not yet fully, committed to Michael yet, but you see it happening. He's not a dude just shooting anybody who looks like Michael, firing warning shots at the police. He's not that Loomis yet. But still, he was really good in this movie. Even better in the TV version, which I'm going to do next, tomorrow. So, that's all I really have to say about Halloween. Because there's nothing more to say that you already know. But I just want to talk about the other ones before I got way more to say about the other ones. And of course, I'm going to be watching this again. Wait a minute. Crap. And also, like, I just brought this. No, that's why, because I got it on Blu-ray. Used to have it on DVD. I had the whole series on DVD, but I had to sell them for space. But I brought this because what really got me is where it says Blockbuster Presents. Got the Blockbuster logo on the back. So, never watched this on VHS tape. I've watched it on Blu-ray, DVD, TV. Never VHS tape. Even that says Blockbuster Presents, so I'm kind of curious to what that is. I almost forgot. If I were to grade this, it's an easy A+, obviously.